That night, Kathy dreams. The hell?
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy?
Buddy
You know
boy.
me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend.
Old pal, old
That
friend.
may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king.
Yes, that is
Illusional
true.
as always. The king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
Oh no, you lost. That's such a weird dream. That's so random. So yeah, I looked it up. There is like 5 days.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Oh.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Nah, you're good.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Rena. We are going to continue the next 2 days of Kathy Reigns. So we have, I think, we're on day what, 3? And then, yeah, so I don't even remember what happened. You probably do, but I don't. So, I do remember I had a weird dream. Yeah, I labeled it a weird dream. So let's get started on that.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Oh,
They
yeah, 'cause
seem
have,
like an okay bunch to
Illuminati
me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
Uh-huh.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
True.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity, here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now. What do you think of Lily Meyer's art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Yeah,
Possibly.
maybe. So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well,
Yeah,
the
very cocky.
nickname makes me think of, you know, boy
Wow.
parts.
And you call yourself a
Straight to that.
Christian.
I was thinking of the rooster. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
I sure hope so.
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in
Just finish asking all
81?
the other questions.
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
I would say more.
Did
of
you
the second
just
one.
quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Yes.
Maybe.
So what am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. I thought it might help you find the place where that picture was taken.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks.
No point. I showed it to her on the computer.
True. Okay. Okay.
Dave really came through for me. The software on this thing is amazing. Yeah, he's a real whiz. I don't need to show her that. I found this old picture of Grandpa at my grandparents' place.
Just going through the list of
That's
things.
nice. He looks really happy there.
Yep, I wonder what made him leave the Air Force.
He was in a war, you know?
War.
That kind of thing tends to scar people for life.
I suppose.
War does that. Okay.
Look what I got last week, E.
Wow, is that thing even, legal?
Yeah, who knows?
I have no idea.
Sometimes I really worry about you, Kathy.
We'll
Well,
be fine.
your days of worrying are over. We're protected by 100,000 volts now.
Nice.
Oh, brother.
I don't need to show her that.
What about some cigarettes?
Trust me, I've tried. E is the epitome of purity. No tobacco, no fast food, no alcohol.
Wow.
She basically
no fast
rejects everything
food?
awesome.
No fast food? Girl, what's wrong with you?
I don't need to show her that.
Okay, loves everything. Yeah.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
So, I'm guessing we're leaving?
All right, I'm off. Peace out, E.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Wish me luck. Oh, cool. We got 3 new places. Let's go to the clinic. What is this man doing? Oh, isn't that dude we saw in the thing? Yeah.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
Okay.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't it 7?
You're busting my balls here.
It was 7 though.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
Yep.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Like Goober, but
Pleasure
Goober.
to meet you.
So, what's your story?
What's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That
It is
I
kind of
actually believe.
receding, so.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Frankie
Not
Gold.
really, no.
Nah.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies.
Sure.
Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
What?
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
So, about that showbiz
So,
career.
tell me about this acting career of yours.
How good are you
What
at
about
acting? I've never heard of any of these, so, let's go with this
Tell me
one.
about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all.
Okay.
He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean.
Just two. Yes, and clean.
In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Okay, interesting.
I'm
What
not
about this
sure
one?
I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
anyways, yeah.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder.
Wow.
During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly,
Are you
before
hearing
Jacob
this?
has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Did you play Jacob in this? Sir, I would really like to know what part did you play in this film? This is a messed up film. What the hell is that?
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy
Okay.
taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
All right.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school.
Okay.
One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
Okay. I mean, it's
Eddie
kind of
makes his way to
premisable
Mexico
horror stories.
for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Wow. All right. Well, out of all of them, Jacob's bladder was the worst one.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I don't know about cultured.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Have you ever heard of...
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Really?
I'm interested.
What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Yeah, they're not
Now
bad.
that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Oh, I think
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Have you ever heard of Lily Myers
What
art?
do you know about Lily Myers' art?
I mean, like,
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
okay. What about the church?
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Sure, you should
I'd
know.
say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask
Probably for the
Isaac
best.
about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right, I might do that. Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it
just
out.
Say it already.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Kind of crazy
Abducted
crap.
by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
That's not a
yeah,
far
I'm
off
gonna have to stop
assumption,
you
though,
there.
Because if you think there's
Open
like
your
three
mind,
lights, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of alien involvement, to be honest.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother?
This guy. This guy.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Tai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now.
Oh,
Maylin and little Pink.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
Well,
Do you know anything about this flower?
I highly doubt
It's
it.
red?
Enlightening.
What about,
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
what's wrong with this man? I think my face blindness is acting up again. All right, well, I think that's everything.
That's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
Bye. You're so weird. Now let's talk to this nurse.
Excuse me, nurse?
Hi. Hello?
Hey, nurse!
What's with everyone ignoring people in this damn place?
Yeah?
They don't pay you that much, huh? Why do you strain yourself? Somebody around here hates their job.
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
How do you know? You barely even
What a
pay
bitch.
attention.
I need to get rid of her somehow.
Yeah.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
Hey, isn't it supposed to be like 1995 or
I
something
was
like
expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant.
that? Mm-hmm.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt.
They kind of do. I'll be back. Click on anything else. Why would he want to go to this hospital out of all hospitals he could have gone? He has so much money.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that.
What was he looking for? But then again, he's homeless, so he's probably looking for cash or something. How do I leave? Okay. Let's check out the church, because I honestly don't know what I'm looking for.
Hello,
Huh.
Father.
Greetings, my
Interesting.
child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah,
Great.
but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
That's good.
So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Okay.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
Yep.
I did. Rumors spread
did.
quickly around here. So, how can I be of service?
So,
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much.
Okay.
Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They
Okay.
collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Interesting.
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then, full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
You see how that symbol in the back there, like how it's the same logo as this? But before we ask any of those or show him that picture, I'm just going to go through this first and then ask.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
Okay.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot, and when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Interesting.
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Have you heard of the call sign?
Do you know anyone who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
You sound so robotic. I have no idea. Sorry.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
Oh, I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him. Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
Yeah, you'd go talk to him, try to get him open up to talking to a few people, aka me, and then we can see what happened.
Do you know anything about Lily Meyer's art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
When was this?
Must have been mid-70s.
Oh.
The high school had open days with an art exhibition.
Okay.
So, this was some time before she changed,
Before
right?
she changed.
You didn't see any of her later work?
Because her other one was like really
No.
dark.
By then, she started skipping art class completely from what I heard.
Oh.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be, but alas, I suppose we'll never know what was truly haunting her.
I'm
guess
doing my
not.
best to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It
I'm
happens
going
to
to.
all dead artists with any talent to speak of.
And last but not least, about your church.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds,
Angry at the
even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then
wow.
suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Okay, well,
The sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed, the stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983.
oh, so he's
That's when
passed.
I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
Okay.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you the church is still very much thriving.
It's kind of awkward.
Looks kinda empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
I'm also going to assume that you meant no disrespect at that time.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy. I'll keep it to myself for now,
Yeah.
until I know more about this church.
Just based on what he told us already, I wouldn't want to, but I just wanted to see.
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
All right, well, I think that is everything.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather, and that's just because I was given a similar picture for the service the other day.
Okay, well, I think that's everything.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
It's an altar.
Thanks.
You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap. Locked.
He's just like, what's this child doing?
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
Yep. I'm really curious to where his father saw that. Because that would explain a lot. I'm assuming it's also locked.
Locked.
Alright, well, we're gonna leave. Oh, wait.
I really shouldn't. They might burn.
Okay, fine. Alright. Oh, so we found the exact spot? Isn't this
Well,
it?
this is it. This is where the picture was taken.
Yeah. Except for the picture. I mean,
I'm not sure what I
flower
expected to find here.
is on the other side.
I need to clear my head.
It's been a lot of information. Oh, wait a
What
minute.
the?
Weren't you the
We've met
dude
before,
in the
haven't
dream?
we?
Nope. Just no. I don't remember a creepy bald dude with makeup. I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus, and that's not really my kind of gig. I think so, Mr. Clean. So Mr. Clean has been around for quite some time, if you haven't noticed. Unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent.
I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus. That's not really my kind of gig.
Yet you always play the part of the clown, Kathy.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Seriously, what
You
the hell?
told me, remember?
No.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
Are you?
It's the mending I will try to facilitate.
What?
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
Yeah, seriously.
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain, the convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Okay.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka? I get enough of that shit in English class.
You go to school?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead.
Red?
The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path,
Oh,
Kathy.
are you the
Follow
flower?
your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
The hell? What just happened?
What? How did I get here?
Seriously,
Am I
what the
going
hell?
crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
How the hell did you get here? What? Can I look at this? Let's read this.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in
Thought so.
concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Oh. I had a feeling. I was like, this has to be some hallucinogen what we've just had. Grandmama, I've been high for
Oh,
the past
hello,
few
dear.
seconds.
Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Thanks. Let's take a seat.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
A lot. I don't know what the hell happened. I think I was high, and then I saw this weird bald dude that had no eyebrows. His name is Red currently, because he doesn't have a name. A lot of weird shit happened. Anyways, how was yours?
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Why not?
I don't see a reason to ask her about that. What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
I wonder if this is an actual flower.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
So maybe people was around that flower and started hallucinating and saw some messed up ish, and that's what happened. I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk to Grandma about.
I don't want to show her that.
Yeah, my bad.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
But yeah, maybe they all went to that forest at one point in time, because she did say that her and her brother, Lily and her brother, would go to the forest and then they would play around there. What if one day she went to an area that had a lot of that same flower and started hallucinating, and then she's been seeing weird, messed up things, and that's how that whole situation started, and then she ended up getting really depressed from all those weird images.
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
Just curious to see if there's anything else I'm missing. I doubt it.
Nah, nothing else in there.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. Yeah, that was really weird. Well, that was, oh, maybe we could call, I forgot. Let's go back to Granny's, sorry. We didn't go anywhere. I meant to see if we can call our roommate and maybe tell her about that weird hallucination that we've had. Maybe that can give us some hints.
Nah, I don't need to call E right now. We'll catch up tonight.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I didn't even get a chance. What else do we have? Nothing was added to our notebook. Okay. The 3 areas that we got, we went to all 3 of them. So if I were to go here, would I automatically... Oh, no.
Hello?
Okay.
Creepy bald guy. Guess no one's home. What's this?
I don't know. You tell me. It's a note. You're not going to tell me? The red man. Oh my god. I didn't realize. Okay, we know
A
him.
bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
How are you not going to make that connection? The red man. That her son, what's her name, son was talking about? Are you going to hallucinate if you pick this up?
It's endangered. I'm not gonna take it without a really good reason.
Okay. I think I know where we're going. We're gonna go to Lily's house, lakeside cabin, and talk to the seagull. Was this always there? I actually don't even remember. think it was.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
Yeah. Oh, where's your son?
No Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Looks like Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this.
A red man.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Did I
I
ask
don't
her
need
about
to ask her
that?
about
Okay.
that.
I was like, did I ask her about that?
Do you know who the red man is?
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend. The red man has been around ever since my boy was little.
Okay.
I see. So there's no actual person in town he could be referring to?
No way! According to Nathan, the red man hasn't changed in 30 years.
The red man actually exists. I met him in the forest. Sounds like Nathan has quite an active imagination.
Sounds like he has quite an active imagination then.
Oh, you have no idea. He has unique names for each of the kitchen utensils.
Oh, really?
Enough said.
It's cute. Okay, well,
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Looks like they barely touched the food.
interesting.
Yet another burial ground for those sweet, very lifelike.
Okay. Huh. So...
Eileen gave me this. Might contain useful information if I come across a specimen.
Something's up with the seagull. She said that he's in the forest. I'm just gonna go to the forest just in case. We knew that he was at the forest, but...
Yep, it's definitely the right flower.
Oh. That's it? Okay. Well. Well, that was not important. Let us go check out the clinic one more time. Maybe we can ask her about the flower.
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box.
Oh, okay. I didn't think we can go upstairs. I honestly...
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
So? So you walked over there for no reason?
Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Okay, so...
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Yeah, would not expect that at a hospital or a clinic of some sort. So, he said he is...
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
Wow, he actually answered to that.
So, how good an actor are you?
Yeah.
The best!
no.
The very best!
You know, That nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies, and that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yep,
it.
that's
She'd love
definitely
to
it.
see you act, I'm sure.
That
I'm gonna have to
angry
oblige.
face that she kept giving you.
Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Let's go with this one.
Natural bald killers would be the obvious choice.
Bald move.
Wonder if there's a specific choice.
Fernando, you've been such a good friend. I can't thank you enough for making me whole again. Turn this scalp into a breathtaking golden carpet, such as the world has never seen. Okay, Doctor, I'm counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Thank you, thank you. You've
Pretty
been a
sure she
great
would object to that.
audience.
All right.
That wasn't really an electrifying performance. I'll have to intervene somehow.
Maybe there was a choice, a specific one you're supposed to pick. Wonder if you can do it again.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how about another show?
Sure. Any suggestions?
Let's go up the list.
How about the usual surprises?
Business as usual.
I mean, you're not doing anything else, so.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's the smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing. Thank you, thank you. You've been a
I
great
don't want
audience.
to interrupt the show.
I don't really understand how that's supposed to help. She totally ignored all of it.
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box. Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud.
Oh, I hope you are. I want to see it. Let's go, Kathy.
Alcasuelo. How I wish I could speak. I have so many things left to say. My chest, no! It can't be! Hold me! Thank you. You've been a great audience.
I mean, he delivered the lines well, but there was no, like, movement.
That wasn't really an electrifying performance. I'll have to intervene somehow.
Yeah. He didn't do much.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
I love that you respond to that.
Hey, how about another show?
Hey.
Sure. Any suggestions?
Oh, God.
Definitely Jacob's bladder.
Yep.
I'm feeling
That
the
was
pressure.
That was a interesting one. So, did you play as Jacob in that?
Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven. You and me were like peas and carrots.
Uh-huh.
I'm just so full of your love that I think I'm about to burst.
Uh-huh.
Jenny, where did you go? Oh,
What do you mean?
I don't feel so good. Thank you. You've been a great audience.
Okay, yeah. Still a weird one. Still a weird one. Okay, I just looked at a walkthrough of that, and I did not think that that was what's gonna happen. But I'm not even gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna show you what you're supposed to do. Because I wanted to see if we were supposed to just keep going through all of them. Technically, yeah,
Hey,
but not
doofus.
really.
Oh, hi.
We're gonna do the same
Hey,
performance.
How about another show?
Sure.
Let's
Any
make it a bit
suggestions?
more interesting.
How about the usual surprises?
Business as usual.
Even though you just did this one, you have no idea what's coming.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Nurse, he's seizing.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Yeah. Damn it. I had a feeling it was gonna be one of those, but hold on. Combined. Let me just write this down. Hold on one moment. We have. I'll put it up on the screen above me for you. I didn't think we had to do it that way, but that's kind of nice. All right. Oops. OTORGADOR. Charles Wade. Okay. Room 6B. Stable. Patient has under successful intervention. Of heart. Give me. Oh, okay. I was like, how do I bring this down? Heart surgery. Okay, and was transferred to the facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in his 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Got it. Let's go upstairs. Can't believe we actually tased the guy.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
Thank you.
So,
Like VIP status
you
here.
managed to find me.
Yes.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with
Phew.
then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with?
What are
Will
you
that
talking
suffice
about?
for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal. You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade. I don't need to piggyback on favors. I make my own way. You're assuming
You're
a lot.
assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and attention.
He said you'll be fine.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well. I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Yep.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
You
were?
You were late.
So?
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
Yes, she does.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Well, I have quite a few questions for you.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in
Spill it.
81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly.
Yeah, I feel like
Wanted
you're
to
probably
help.
like a brother to him.
People from places like
Or to
this
each other.
have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
Yeah, so you really were
when
like
did you
brothers.
two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened.
Son?
Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior.
What do you
I
mean
couldn't
by
have
that?
that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself, wherever he is.
Yes, of course. You must understand this better than anyone. People like your father simply cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our family started drifting apart. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
It's not obvious to me. I guess we just go straight into it.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
Oh, interesting.
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
I like how it was Lily Myers art, and then she erased Lily Myers art to still put it back, Lily Myers art, but put a stolen by it. Like, she could have just added that at the side. Okay.
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. We were trying to figure that out for so long, my guy. So what is...
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place,
yes,
Kathy.
Yes.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans?
I just want to
I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us.
Yeah.
More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
So, about this stolen art.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
Interesting.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck.
Or they just
found
didn't
a few
do
hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes.
Pretty much.
I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
Oh, perfect.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
That's great.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
I thought you knew about them. I honestly thought... So my thought was that grandfather had told him about the paintings, and so he was just like, oh, I'll go check them out, and then he got them. Because I can't see why he would have actually bought the paintings, but like he said, it was a young artist who was very decently talented that had committed suicide, so it was probably going to go up in value, kind of like how most art back in the day was. If the person died, that's when it skyrocketed, which is kind of sad. But anyways, let's see what he knows about the church.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
I don't need to ask him about that.
I didn't think so. I just want to clear that.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
It sounds like it.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Not that large. That's a bit of an overstatement. Like, they're not gonna get that large. Are you covering up for
Do
something?
you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Wow. I was just about to say, you seem like a really nice guy. But, yeah, anyways, I think that's everything. Thanks, guy.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye, Charles. We're gonna head out. I don't remember your name. Clyde? Shit, maybe I should have asked Clyde some things. I'm going back just because I want to ask Clyde.
Back again, I see.
Yes.
I sure am.
Want to talk to Clyde?
I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig. Just some boring landscape paintings. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
Nothing.
A private phone. Wade must get special privileges here.
Sit. Okay, I'm out. Peace. Yo, I feel bad for that guy. I hope he's okay. He just shocked the shit out of him.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
I was curious. I wanted to know if she would. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I was trying to actually originally was leave. Alright, so let's go to the sheriff's office. We're going to, because he said he was going to call ahead. Yo, Lenny,
Hey, Lenny.
Charles?
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Really?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Are you in trouble?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Cool. Great.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Yes.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that.
Yeah.
Lenny,
Yes, boss.
get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss.
Lenny!
There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Muchas gracias. Okay, the alarm in the Wade's residence is triggered. The house is empty at the time, and the neighbors contact law enforcement. Officers arrive at the scene. Several broken windows can be seen. So that was at 2 a.m. is when they arrived, and it happened at around like 1. Broken windows can be observed. So a sweep of estates and surrounding premises reveal no trace of a perpetrator. So a single witness identified as Franklin, this person, Goldfarb, reported seeing multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime. Oh, there's more than one. Wade Charles arrived at Conwell Springs to make an official statement. After examining the house, he reports paintings with an exclusive value of $15,000 has been stolen. The art is in question has not yet been popped up in any circles as known to deal with stolen goods. No investigation due to lack of leads. Termination.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary. I would, but I can't do that when he's right there. Maybe I can distract him somehow.
Oh, I was actually trying to talk to Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
I actually was gonna...
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Lenny's useless as always.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Yeah, man.
If you must.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
What do you mean you never heard of him? Were you not at... When did you start working at that police station? Like, a year ago?
I don't need to ask him that.
Yeah, I figured as much.
That's all for now.
Good.
Ah, damn. You guys are cutting me dry here. Well, the bum is not there anymore, so... I don't even remember his name. Goober? Goober. He's not there, so I don't really want to go there and ask around. Let's see if Grandma knows who this man is. Or lady, whoever this person is. Let's see if we get some information.
Oh, hello, dear.
I'll go through the phone book.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
You've been sitting watching that TV for a really long time.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Oh, yeah, right. Forgot that.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man. Maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
Thanks. See, I knew there had been some use talking to her.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Sad thing.
Oh my God, he's the homeless man.
Homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma. Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Yep. I was
Bye,
like,
Grandma. I'll be
who's
back
this
later.
person?
So long.
Wow. Goober, that's who you are. Why'd you name yourself Goober? Let's check out the phone book for James' family.
Nah, nothing like that in here.
You mean I couldn't check out James' his last name? Well, that's dumb. Well, I guess we're just going straight to the hospital then. Wow. I didn't see that one coming. The homeless dude would have been someone who used to be respected. Let's go visit him. What was his name? Franklin?
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Interesting. Where would he be? I didn't think he would be here, but I just wanted to check. Religious near-death experience to me would be like the church is where he would have went. I just wanted to double check.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
Yeah.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that
Say
ship has
something about
long
that.
since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy.
Yeah, okay. Well, do you know this dude?
I don't need to ask him about that.
Do you know about the
I should
stolen heart?
probably confront him directly about him being a witness.
Okay, fine.
Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Okay.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying
So
a bunch of
it's 3.
stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys.
They what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
You
Bullshit.
stopped.
Spit it out.
Yeah.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end.
Yep.
Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
I don't recall.
I don't need to ask him about that.
I know, I just wanted to clear it. What were the initials again?
I already asked him about that. I should look into the ring with a B followed by another letter.
Okay.
Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description not long ago? Not on a building. It was something small.
I don't recall this at all, so we want to just shout it out here. That's
Okay,
it.
that's all for now.
See ya!
On something, it wasn't on a building, something small. I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Something that I have on me, right?
My trusty Zippo, running a bit low on fuel. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me.
Was it that?
Hi, Goober. Mind if we talk?
Shoot!
Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
Wow. I'm just gonna clear it.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive? Bet high? Big
God,
head?
why did we ask him? Okay, we're done. We're done here. We're done.
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya!
So it was your dad's lighter, so I feel like Grandma would probably be the best one to talk to about that. Now that you have a reason to bring it up, maybe Grandma might know. Beehive, big head. Why do we bother with this guy? Like, what was the point?
Oh,
What was the
hello,
point?
dear.
Hey, Grandma. Jesus. Okay, well,
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on Dad's lighter.
Yes, dear. It means the Black Hats. They're those ruffians on motorcycles whom your father is associated with.
Oh, his biker gang. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Got it. What can you tell me about the Black
What can
Hats?
you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. They turned your father into a horrible person. You should stay far away from them, Kathy. They're awful people, just awful.
Okay, Grandma.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
360. What her attitude. I get it. It's a very touchy subject because she basically lost her son from that. He turned into be a crap dad and left. Didn't help whatsoever. Hey, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Do you know anything about the
What
Black
can you
Hats?
tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately. We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
Ooh.
Got it. Thanks.
New location added. Yay!
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Thank you. I am not wasting my time talking to that man. Wow, these chapters are so long sometimes. I was like, didn't we have a new location? Well, this is gonna be a little challenging.
Sweet butt incoming!
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? Little slut? I think she does.
Wow.
Step off, creep.
Or what? You tell your daddy on me?
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig. You think I need my daddy to kick your pathetic ass? You better learn quickly, asshole. Back the fuck off. It's a lot of time to think.
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
I feel like that's something
I
to shoot.
love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me! God.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
Seriously.
For fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, boss, I'll go. Fuck, that hurt, you cunt.
Oh my god.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you, really? Did the Vandals send you?
What?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Rain.
Yeah.
Prove it, then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
That's convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
Why do you not think that she's
I
Kathy?
need to figure
Rain?
out some proof. This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
You got
76.
Oh.
You got the same taste as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
Did you set up those mods yourself? Looks custom made for your, small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
Yep.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge you for now.
For now. Okay, well...
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 1981?
Let's start off simple.
No, we had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take
Kinda
it you
the
and him
same.
didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page, I'd praise him. On the next, I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a tool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me. But he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
That's bullshit. Grandpa wasn't a bad parent. Ask to elaborate.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs.
Yep, it's true.
Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards.
I can see
The
that.
ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances. None whatsoever.
Interesting.
Do you know anything
about Lily
about
Myers?
Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else around here couldn't tell you.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
Damn it.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
Okay,
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I want to just
Black Hats MC
get all the other
was
stuff
founded in the
before
60s
I actually
by
ask
my
him
old
about
man, my
stuff.
uncle,
Yeah.
and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
Cool.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
Okay, my last question.
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Myers' paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Oh, cut the bull crap. You know it was you. Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
You mean like cleaning the toilets? Making coffee?
Nah.
I think we got that covered, Cupcake.
Spare me your sexist bullshit. I can take care of business.
You're nothing like your old man, you know that?
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
You do that. In any case, I've had enough of this nonsense. Stop pushing your luck.
That's why I turned that to be the last question, because I don't see how that would really help.
Do you know what this is?
Whoa.
What? Do you recognize that?
I saw one of those with my own eyes a few years ago.
Interesting.
Really? Where?
Middle of the woods, the road to the city. Those things came from nowhere and gave me this crazy headache right on the plate in my head. At the time, I thought it was just a nasty case of migraine.
You have a plate in your head?
Yeah, titanium from a shrapnel wound I got in Nam.
I see.
Oh, damn.
Titanium isn't the least bit magnetic, is it?
How the hell should I know? I'm no scientist.
Do you remember where exactly on the road it happened?
No. Like I said, I dismissed it as a migraine. Didn't pay too much attention as to where I was.
Fair enough.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You were on the road.
Do you know anything about this flower, Bo?
Do I look like a florist to you?
Yeah. A
little.
little bit.
Crack me up, girl.
I don't need to show him that.
Didn't think so. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Care to join me for a smoke, Bo?
Sorry, darling. I'm trying to quit.
Thought it would work because, you know, I worked on the other person before. Anyways, well, I think that's everything. Just gonna
This
clear
may be a weird question.
Oh, wow,
but
I didn't
have
actually
you ever met a bald man dressed in red?
I've made a few bald men red. That count?
All right. Now we cleared everything.
All right, I'm gonna hit the road.
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but make yourself at home.
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
Seems like an okay guy.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind.
Didn't seem
But
that
I
grumpy.
think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
Oh.
I take that back.
Yep.
Gross.
Nope.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No. Brian refused to tell anyone what it was. He only made it for special occasions. It's probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of
Give me that flower.
expensive spice.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have died for him
that flower.
back in the day. If you could recall the good times with your father, he might change his mind.
I guess it could be worth a try. But wait, why are you helping me?
Yeah, seriously.
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
wild.
definitely that flower.
Trippy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Well, we know where to get that. Thanks, man. Well, I guess we're gonna take that endangered plant. Whoops. I should really write down this plant's name. See if it's actually a real thing. Is there a specific way? Oops. Is there a specific way to do this?
Yep, it's definitely the right flower. Sorry, endangered flower, but I really need to make a drink.
Oh, a squirrel just ran up the tree. The squirrel's like tripping balls. Alright, I don't know how to make that. I don't even know how to make a Bloody Mary. Oh, my scene's back. Kind of.
Impressive bar. These guys like to drink.
No shit.
Hey, bartender, do you happen to know how to make a Bloodier Mary?
You mean a Bloody Mary?
No, this is something different.
Afraid not. I can make your regular Bloody Mary, though, if you want.
Maybe later. I need to figure something out.
All right, then.
Hey, Emmett.
Yeah?
Remind me again, what's the difference between a Bloodier Mary and a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit like pepper and had all. And if you drank
All right, thanks.
anytime.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you? Just something I like for flavor. Put it in a blender.
Whatever you say.
You're not gonna question how old she is.
One Bloody Mary. Enjoy.
Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
thanks.
The club will cover that, Jose?
Sure thing, VP.
Thanks again, Emmett.
You got it.
He's just standing there.
Hey, Bo. I've got something for you.
I recognize that smell. You found your dad's recipe.
Something like that.
Well, I don't know how good it is.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? I keep expecting Brian to walk in here any second. You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember
still alive?
how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah, so here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy'd offer him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. He needed 2 brothers for the job. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. If I had known that, I'd advised against it. Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council. There's no reason to piss him off.
Got it. So, what do you know about the guy who hired you for the job?
Yeah.
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded preacher.
Whoa,
Oh.
Isaac from the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Interesting.
I don't know who that is. It was a priest. I know that much.
Interesting.
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna follow up on this right away.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
That's it? You're not gonna ask me about what happened to your old man? Not even curious?
I couldn't give 2 shits about that asshole.
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give 2 shits about.
Either he's dead or he abandoned me. Do any of those options look appealing to you?
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother. He had no enemies here. Not then, and not now.
Comforting to hear, Mr. President.
Shut up and listen, girl. I'm trying to tell you something. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities.
That's
I
even
think
better
part of
to
him was
hear.
serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
So,
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
yeah.
Just take care of yourself, you hear?
You too.
Thanks for looking out, but
That day went by fast. I think I'm gonna ask if I can stay the night at Grandma's.
if you really think about it, that just sounds even worse. He didn't want to take the newfound responsibility of having a child. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. Probably isn't that, but that's what I would perceive it as if I was Kathy.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, it's a different
Hey,
statement.
Grandma, it got kinda late. Would it be okay if I stay the night?
Of course, dear. Have a seat. I'll make you something to eat.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're
I
the
haven't
best.
eaten
I'm
all day.
starving.
Like, literally. That night, Kathy dreamt. Did she sleep on the couch?
Do you see?
Oh, it's the kid.
You are both unwanted, both discarded.
What the hell is going on in her dreams?
Good. Lick the flames, buddy boy. Lick the flames and feel the hatred burn.
I'd rather not. What the hell is she dreaming about?